spotlight's on me. The spotlight is on. I just sent this link to my uncle, so I got to make sure that I'm actually live. The audio isn't fucked. Probably have some family members watching this tonight. Hopefully I don't say anything too fucking off-putting. Probably have. But we'll see. It's been a hell of a day. I got to spend the last day with my kid. I got to see my ex-wife. That's always interesting. And I got to fucking hang out with the ASU frat leader. Oh, man. You know when you meet somebody, you know when you follow somebody online and you think you're definitely like wouldn't get along with them in person, or just like someone you wouldn't typically hang out with. That's how I felt about Varys, and I've hung out with him twice now, and I didn't think I was gonna like the guy. I didn't think I was gonna like him. Turns out the internet's not a real place. Turns out the internet is not a real place. You can't actually go into the internet. You can't go into your phone. The internet is not a real place, and I was reminded of that today. And we'll talk about it more, maybe. I don't know. This is a long fucking passage tonight. We got ice cream. We got strawberries. We got rice cakes. I do this thing called Dab and Devotional, where we get high and talk to God and don't text our ex. That's another thing we don't do. We don't text our ex. And typically I do these things in the afternoon, but I'm on vacation right now with some family, and so I've been doing them late at night. And it's actually been good doing them late at night, because late at night is when usually all the temptation to do bad shit is surrounding me, right? Nighttime is when all the bad shit usually happens. Very, very seldomly is it first thing in the morning and I want to give in to temptation. So putting these things later in the day has actually been really beneficial to my spiritual journey. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Daniel. I've screwed up a lot of things in my life. I'm 35. I have 2 divorces. I have a kid I don't see very often. And at times I've been walking down the path that God has for me, and other times I've done whatever the fuck I wanted. And right now we are on one of those times where I'm on the path and things are going pretty good. And so I'm using social media to help me stay accountable to not giving into temptations and not doing bad shit. That has been my main motivator. I also have to hide what I'm doing back here, or else YouTube will fucking ban me. This is for my asthma, YouTube. You don't see this. You can't see it. But anyway, yeah, this is the Jesus Calling book. If you want one, all you have to do is type in !devotional in the chat, and you'll get a link to it. This is written by a chick, so it takes me a little bit of time to decipher the chick language into guy language. So I'm no expert, no theologian by any stretch of the imagination. I know just as much as everybody watching right now, which is absolutely fucking nothing. So this is just my best interpretation of whatever is in this book. If I miss something, if I get something wrong, please let me know in the chat. I'll read the chat at the end. I don't read the chat during the stream because it fucks me up. I lose my train of thought, and then I can't fucking deliver the message like I'm supposed to. So we're gonna eat some ice cream. We're gonna take some dabs, which we already did. We're gonna try to stay accountable. If you are watching this live or watching the upload, let me know in the comments the one thing that you like to hide from God. Write that in the comments. What's the thing you like to hide from God? You're not going to want to type it. You're not going to want to type it. In fact, you're going to be really embarrassed. You're probably thinking about it right now. There's no way I'm fucking typing that. Type it. Type it and see what happens. Type it and see if it makes you hold up the mirror to yourself. Because when you hold up the mirror to yourself, you'll realize what you're fucking up. And I'm fucking up a lot of shit right now. So we're trying to get better. That's why we're doing this. All right, first line. August 7th. Is that today? I hope it's today. Yeah, August 7th. Understanding will never bring you peace. Understanding will never bring you peace. Humans always want to know why. You tell a kid, hey, don't touch the stove. Why? And you look at them and you go like, because I fucking said so, right? Because you'll fucking burn yourself. It's clear as fucking day. Don't touch the stove. What happens? They touch the fucking stove. So understanding will never bring you peace. That's why I have instructed you to trust me. Not in your understanding. Wait. I fucked that up. Understanding will never bring you peace. That's why I have instructed you to trust in me, not your understanding. Trust in me, not your understanding. All right. Okay. I think I'm kind of getting it. So there's this, if you're new here, which probably in this book, and one of the constant themes is like, you are God, I am God, anything that's created is God. It's kind of a weird concept. God is on the inside of you, but he's not on the outside of you. And so feelings like sadness, depression, anger, fearfulness, right? All that shit like can attach itself to the outside of you. And it will make the inside of you feel all messed up. But we've learned through reading this that God is like in you. And so like when you trust in him, it's kind of like trusting in yourself. It's like your gut feeling kind of thing, because he's in you. So if you trust your gut, you're way better. You're going to make a better decision than if you trust your head. That's what we're getting at here. At least that's what's coming through to me, right? Because when you trust your gut, like it's an overwhelming feeling of like, oh, that. But then you can talk to people or research and rationalize something in your head that's different from the decision that your gut would tell you. And what happens every fucking time? I had a bad feeling about that. I did it fucking anyways, right? Ooh, I should have trusted my gut. It's such a popular statement that like everyone uses it. I should have trusted my gut. If you just replace the U and the T in gut and trade it out with an O and a D, then you have, I should have trusted God. Not my head. Your head is what fucks everything up. That's why you have a mental health disorder. You don't have a heart health disorder. Well, I guess you kind of do. But like you have a fucking mental health disorder. Because your head is the thing that's going to fuck you up. Human beings are oh God, what's that word? There's also some like big fucking words in here sometimes and they piss me off. Human beings have a voracious appetite for trying to figure things out in order to gain a sense of mastery over their lives. Human beings have a voracious, so like a hunger, a craving. It's this appetite for trying to figure things out in order to gain a sense of mastery over their lives. Why? Because fucking knowledge is power, right? That's the whole deal there, right? You want to feel like you're a master of something, like you're really fucking good at something. Or you want to know the whole plan before you go do something. I have people that come to me all the time for social media help, and they want to know what the content plan is. The plan is wake up and post a really fucking good video today and then go to sleep. That's the fucking plan. And then the plan is different every day, right? You don't need to know the plan 30 days from now. You want to know why? Because you're probably not going to do it. You just need to know the plan for today. You can only live one day at a time. I have a problem with that. I like to plan ahead on things. And it's honestly a waste of fucking time. But we try to figure things out so that we can have a sense of mastery. That gives us confidence. Skills give us confidence. Or they give me confidence. The more skilled I am, the more confident I am to be able to continue fucking living life. But, blah, 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 blah. But the world presents you with an endless series of problems. Yeah, no fucking shit. As soon as you master one set of problems, another pops up to challenge you. It's like that scene in Vegas Vacation, National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation, where he's like at the Hoover Dam trying to plug all the holes. I love that movie. That's a desert island movie, by the way. Vegas Vacation, Goodfellas, Casino, Step Brothers. Anyone who actually likes film is like, those are not fucking desert island movies. Yes, they are. Really like those. Toy Story. Okay. But yeah, the world gives you a shit ton of problems. They're endless. They'll never fucking end. As soon as you master one set, another pops up to challenge you. Got it. That's consistent. That's been a consistent theme for 35 years. The relief you have... Oh, God. Sorry, I'm autistic. The relief you had anticipated is short-lived. So when you master one set of problems, right, when you do one thing, when you finish that Instagram post, another one pops up, right? And the relief that you had anticipated is short-lived. Yeah, because it's not relief. It's work in the wrong direction, I bet is what he's going to say here. It's like you're trying really hard at something that doesn't fucking matter. I bet that's what's coming next. I got to take my sleeping pills in 6 minutes. Don't let me forget. I'm not reading the chat, so that's going to be hard. The relief you had anticipated is short-lived. Soon your mind is gearing up again, searching for understanding. And it says parentheses, mastery. So understanding and mastery are the same thing. We'll have to talk about that in a second. So as soon as you fucking finish something, your mind starts gearing up again, searching for understanding instead of seeking me. Okay. Typically, I would just like blow right past that and be like, okay, because he says it so often. This is all so fucking melted. He says it so often. Seeking me, seeking God's presence. Resting in God's presence. He says it in every fucking one of these passages, every day. And I'm starting to get it. Okay? So, when he says, searching for understanding instead of seeking me, he's talking about another constant theme, which is how to figure out in your life what to do now and next. If you're trying to figure out what to do now in your life and next, there's a very simple formula for figuring that out. Whether it's a decision you have to make or a fucking relationship you have to end or whatever. It's all the same. Ready for it? You ask God. Boom. Okay, now there's another level to that. And the way you ask God is you have to go get silent. You have to go get in a quiet room or drive. I like that one. Drive on the interstate, cruise control, no music, or dark room, no distractions, fucking white noise machine if you have to, and you just fucking sit there. And you sit there and you just, taking deep breaths helps a lot. But you just sit there and you just wait for whatever the overwhelming feeling that you get to come. And sometimes it takes a fucking long time. It usually doesn't take that long. Like, you don't have to sit in there very long before you get this overwhelming feeling of what to do now. Okay? Now, the next part is really important. The next part is once you get the overwhelming feeling of what to do now, let's say it's call your birth father, or, text your ex-brother-in-law about, fucking money you owe him or something. I don't know. Whatever that one thing is, that you get this overwhelming feeling that you can't stop thinking about, and in bonus points if you don't want to fucking do it. That's how you know it's the thing you have to do. So, and it's usually that. It's usually something you don't want to fucking do. And so, as soon as you get the message to do the thing, then you have to do the fucking thing. You don't put it in your calendar to do it. You don't do it later. You have to do it right then. I've had to do this before. Like, right before I went into the gym, I was like, oh my God, there's no way that's the fucking message I'm getting right now. I remember I was in my car and I had to call a person that I really didn't want to fucking call. And I called him right there as the fucking pre-workout was kicking in. And and I knew that was the right thing to do, because as soon as I made the call, everything got better, right? I had this sense of relief, and then as soon as everything got better, I got a clear signal of what to do next. And that's how you get the signal of what to do next, is you have to do the thing that's now. You do the thing that you don't want to do right now, you do it, and then magically you just get what to do next. I don't know how it fucking works. It just fucking works. And if it's a talking thing that you have to do, this is bonus. And if you don't know how to do the talking part, you're like, oh my God, what am I going to say? Or what if I say the wrong thing? There's another way to figure that out too, so that you say the right words. It's pretty simple. You ask God. And the words it says in here is, you say, help me, Holy Spirit. And you say that before you speak. And then while the other people are speaking to you, you say it before you respond. Help me, Holy Spirit. And then all of a sudden, you have the fucking words. They'll just come to you. And some people are probably like, there's no fucking way. That's the stupidest thing ever. Fucking try it. Try it and then tell me it didn't work. Let me know. Because I've only been doing this now for actually understanding and doing the things here that I'm reading. I've been reading this book for a while, but I'm really trying to do these things, and it's working. I'm saying more of the right things. It might work for you too. Oh, I gotta take my sleeping pills. The wisest of all men, Solomon. Okay, so Solomon was son of David, and he was the wisest. His way through to peace. His vast understanding resulted in feelings of futility rather than in fulfillment. Finally, he lost his way and succumbed to the will of his wives by worshiping idols. Can you take pills with ice cream? Yes, you can. The wisest of all men, Solomon, could never think his way through to peace. I know he was super wise. I think he wrote all the Proverbs too. I could be wrong on that. I think he's also the guy that fucking stole Uriah's wife, Bathsheba. I think that's, and then had Uriah killed. I think that was Solomon. His vast understanding resulted in feelings of futility rather than in fulfillment. I don't know what the fuck futility means. That's a problem. Futility. Search. What the fuck? I don't want to search I-35. Futility. Futility. Search. I'm on my parents' fucking community Wi-Fi, I guess. I don't know what the fuck is... Why won't it tell me what futility means? Hey Siri. Does that even fucking work? No. How do I use Siri? What does futility mean? What does futility mean?
I'm having trouble with the connection.
Jesus
Please
Christ.
try again later.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck futility means, but I guess it's not good. So his vast understanding resulted in feelings of futility rather than in fulfillment. I really wish I knew what that fucking word meant. Put it in the chat, please, and when I turn the phone around, I'll have an answer. Because my fucking iPhone over there doesn't want to search the internet for some reason. Finally, he lost his ways and succumbed to the will of his wives by worshiping idols. Yeah, he had a bunch of wives. Women were like his weakness. What do you know? My peace is not an elusive goal. My peace is not an elusive goal. An elusive goal would be like something that's hard to achieve. Like working really hard toward a competition or something. So it's not that. My peace is not an elusive goal hidden at the center of some complicated maze. That's fucking bodybuilding right there. Bodybuilding's fucking complicated. Sometimes to lose weight, you have to eat more food. It's the craziest fucking thing. Actually, you're always enveloped in peace, which is inherent in my presence. See, sometimes it takes some fucking weird turns like this. So my peace is not an elusive goal, hidden at the center of some complicated maze. Actually, you're always in the peace. Okay? So you don't work really hard to achieve peace. You just always have it. Is what this is saying. You always have the peace. And you get the peace when you are in my presence. Which is the same thing I talked about. How to figure out what to do now and next. Being in his presence is where you get quiet, you zone out, and you just wait for the message of what to do now and then what to do next. So that's where the peace is. So if you're anxious, or you're nervous, or you just need peace, quiet room, no distractions, clear mind. You just sit there and wait for what to do next. And the peace comes from knowing what to do next, right? Or what to do now, the next thing. As you look to me, you gain awareness of this precious peace. Okay, he doubles down on that. I think that's basically just what I just said, right? You get the peace when you gain the awareness of God. And you are, and this is where it gets all fucked up, right? You are God. It's all God. It goes back to trusting your gut and not your head. Trusting your gut and not your head. I think that was like the most clippable thing where I said, if you trust your gut, then essentially what you're doing is you're taking the U and the T off of gut and you're replacing it with God. Trust God. Trust your gut. They're the same thing. It's synonymous. Because you are God. God is you. You are God. It's God. It's all God. Everything created is God. I tried to explain that to a 4-year-old. And she said, I'm not God. God is way up in the sky. Yeah, kinda. Alright. I'm gonna flip this bitch around and look at what the chat is saying. Hopefully futility's in there. But that was really fucking me up. Alright, see what we got. Welcome everybody. Tyson, Jared, Naomi, Connor. What's up, guys? How we doing? I had a philosophy teacher in high school who explained God like that, and it blew my mind. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's really fucking weird. And the other weird thing about God is there's like all these books. And the books are written as just confirmation. It like a place where people can go and read some fucking stories, because that's all they are, stories, and buy into a theory and a teaching, because humans need understanding, right? Humans need understanding. So they gave him all these books. He's like, all right, here's all these fucking books. You guys want to understand so much? Here's the fucking books. Read them up. But you don't actually need the books. If you just do the presence thing, that's all you need. This is so fucking messy. And that's all you need, because you can only do one thing at a time. You literally don't need to know what your 5-year plan is, because tomorrow you could break both your fucking legs and your 5-year plan totally changes. You only need to know what to do literally right now. Imagine you just went through an entire day where everything you had to do was just told to you as you were supposed to go do it. Like, okay, now go do this. Now go do that. Now go do this. And every time you do the thing that you're supposed to do, you just feel better and better and better and better. I can work all day when I'm accomplishing something that I, think is important. Probably not, but probably not important, but I kind of get off on it. Futility is, despite strong effort, what is done produces no meaningful result. Ooh. Yep. And then you realize you wasted a ton of time and energy. Been there. Been there. That happens basically every fucking day. Especially with social media. And my accounts that get fucking banned. I post every day just out of habit. But when my accounts are all X'd out, I know they're not going anywhere. Actually, I was fucking surprised. Rainbat even re-signed me. I thought I was for sure getting dropped. Because I did an entire I don't even know what you call it, contract with them. And my account was shadow banned for like 80% of it. And I was like, oh man, I'm fucked. Like totally restricted. No new followers. In fact, I lost like 4,000 followers. Not that it fucking matters. The internet's not a real place. Funny you bring that up about the marriage thing there. Trying to make a dead marriage work. I need to text my friend back. My friend is in that situation right now. Trying to figure out if he should stay with his ex and not make her an ex, or make her an ex. You know what I told him? I have no fucking clue. You should go into a quiet room and ask God. Yeah, I am no help anymore when it comes to advice. I just keep telling people just fucking go in a quiet room and ask God. They don't really like that answer. Which is exactly what you are usually supposed to do. Is the thing you don't want. Yeah, I already read it, but I'll read it for you one more time because I didn't do the full read through yet. August 7th. Now I know what futility means. Understanding will never bring you peace. Why do I have to do this? Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't say that in here. That's why I have instructed you to trust in me, not in your understanding. Man, that's like a pretty fucking condescending thing to say right there. Right? Imagine saying this to you in person. Dude, understanding will never bring you peace. That's why I have instructed you to trust me, not your understanding. Trust me, not your fucking brain. Human beings have a voracious appetite for trying to figure things out in order to gain a sense of mastery over their lives. What's the other word you use for mastery? Oh, understanding. Yeah. So humans crave this understanding. We crave this mastery of what to do in life. But the world presents you with an endless series of problems. As soon as you master one set of problems, another one pops up to challenge you. The relief you had anticipated from fixing the thing or doing the thing is short-lived. Doesn't last very long. It's a quick high. Soon, your mind is gearing up again, searching for understanding instead of seeking me. And when you seek God, that's when you get the answer of what to do now and next. Talked about that. All right, now we get a little history lesson here. The wisest of all men, Solomon, son of David, from the house of Jesse, could never think his way through to peace. His vast understanding resulted in feelings of futility, meaning the feeling of fucking doing something that doesn't fucking matter, banging your head against a wall. Why don't they say that? His vast understanding resulted in feeling like banging his head against the wall rather than fulfillment. He was not fulfilled. He just had more work to do all the time. Finally, he lost his way and succumbed to the will of his wives by worshiping idols. Now I don't remember that part. I don't quite remember how it ends there with the worshiping idols part. I do know he had a bunch of wives. I do know that he probably had a bunch of fucking chatterboxes telling him to do shit. Women really like to control their husbands. That is something I have noticed. It's almost like some of them are kind of like they treat their husbands like pets or like little workers. It's kind of weird. Thank God I don't have to deal with anything like that. But yeah, like I can see how some men can lose their way and succumb to the will of their wives. Dude, I told the guy today when I was in the army, I got now ultimately this is my decision, right? I made this decision. I got selected to go to Special Forces selection, which is like, okay, I got the tryout to go to the tryout. All right. But I had to work really hard at the tryout. And there was like a bunch of like tests you had to take and a bunch of fucking papers you had to put in a binder, which doesn't sound hard. But for me, a fucking knuckle dragger, that was not my strong suit, was making shit look nice in a folder. Anyway, worked really hard on this tryout thing. Took several months. I got in. And then when I told my ex, who I was going to marry and then divorce twice, told her that I got into the Special Forces selection and that I was going to go do it, she convinced me to delay it. And by delaying it, that means you never fucking do it ever again and you don't get to do the thing that you tried, that you worked really hard and actually wanted to do. So she convinced me to delay it. Again, this was my decision, not her fault. But I bended to the will of my wife or girlfriend. Translation, I let a chick dictate what I was going to do with my life. That ain't happening anymore. Where I'm from, they say that dog ain't gonna hunt. So Solomon succumbed to the will of his wives. That's plural. Could you imagine 2, 3, 4 chicks fucking dictating how you spend your time or your money? Like, nah, dog. I'm good. I'm good on that side dish. And then he goes on to say, my peace is not an elusive goal, so it's not like something you have to like work for and achieve. It's not hidden at the center of some complicated maze. The peace that is, actually, the peace envelops you all the time. It is all you always have access to the peace. And where is the peace? The peace is in the presence. And the presence is the quiet room with no distractions or the interstate, no music, cruise control. That's my preferred method. And you just fucking zone out and you just wait for the answer of what to do next. Sorry, what to do now. And then you got to do the fucking thing. And then you'll get the answer for what to do next. So you got to do the thing. But that's how you get the peace. You get the peace by asking God, what do I do right now? And then he tells you, and then you fucking do it, and then you feel better. That's the equation to peace as I see it. That's how you don't feel anxious. That's how you don't feel nervous. That's how you don't feel fearful. is you have to get to the presence. And the presence is dark, not dark, quiet room, no distractions. I guess it could be dark. Interstate, cruise control, no music, zone the fuck out, breathe, deep breaths, bonus. And then you get the overwhelming feeling of what to do now. And then you do the fucking thing. You're not going to feel like doing the thing. That's how you know it's really the thing to do, is if you don't want to do it. And then when you do it, you feel way better. And then you get the signal for what to do next. That's just how I'm reading it here. Just how I'm reading it, what I'm putting together. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. Shoot holes in this plan. But it's getting easier and easier. Well, that's not true. It's becoming simpler and simpler to understand. Now, doing it, that's a whole other fucking conversation. Okay. The fucking AI stream bots are advertising to me. That means it is time to go. It's a turn off for me when a guy lets me walk all over him. Yep, that is true. You made the woman your God. Ooh, good point. It's all God. She's God. Right? Yeah. She's God, you're God. Which means you could make it work. And that's probably the whole goal, right? Is like you both seek the presence, and then your relationship is way fucking better because you know that you just like to access the peace. You both have to go do the thing where you get quiet, and then you both come out of the room, ideally, right? If you guys are in the same house while you decide to do this, you both go into the room or a different room. You get the signals of what to do now. You both do the thing, and then your relationship is probably the way it's supposed to be. But that seems really challenging to have to fucking coordinate that. Oof. I think I might sit that one out for a few more years. All right, what else we got? Yep, I think that's it. I think that is it. Tomorrow, I got a pretty interesting day. I'm going to do an executive workout at Lifetime. What's an executive workout? I don't really know. I do know it includes sauna and cold plunge, but I'm not sure if there's any actually working out. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like a Turkish bath. I bet not a single fucking person watching this knows what a Turkish bath is. When I went to Turkey to get a hair transplant, shout out Celix Med, code Daniel. Right as we got off the plane, they took us to this Turkish bathhouse where you and several other men go into a completely marble circular room with very nice artwork all over the walls, especially on the ceiling, which you're going to look at a lot. And you lay along with several other men with zero clothing on, just like a weird little towel around your junk. And you lay flat on this marble slab, and these Turkish ladies pour buckets of hot water on you and scrub you with different, I'm assuming like salt things. It kind of feels like salt, like they put like fucking rock salt in their hands, and then they fucking scrape it all over your entire body. And then they take white towels and they wipe it all over your body, and then they show you all the fucking disgusting crap that is all over your body. Like you're just like the nastiest shit. And you're like, wow, I didn't think I was that dirty. And so yeah, and it hurts and it's really hot and it's hard to breathe. And then you go into the steam room and then you go into the sauna and then you go back into the steam room and then you get a lemonade, which is really nice, and they put a mask on you. They like paint it on your face, and yeah, it's like a very common thing in Turkey. Turkish bath. I definitely don't need to do it again, but if somebody wants to go to Turkey and they ask me what they should do, you should definitely do a Turkish bath. I don't know if they exist for women. I didn't see any. I didn't see any. I didn't see an area for the women. It seemed very much like men only. Dude spa. Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. I did a video. My cameraman filmed basically the whole thing. It was something else. Okay, I gotta go to bed. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I might even be able to do this stream at our normal time tomorrow, which would be fantastic. I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, exclamation point Discord in the chat, and a link will pop up. And then you can join the Discord. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye, Naomi.